In this video review, I'm going to be talking about the SOG Seal Pup tactical knife, model number M37NCP-6136, available through multiple sources. In my particular case, I got this off of Amazon. The exact same knife for the exact same price is also on eBay. For if you're considering a sub $50 high quality tactical knife, definitely take a look at this one. This particular one shipped from Amazon was $38. So in my opinion, that's a very good price on a very high quality knife, and SOG makes quality knives and multi-tools and so on. I'm lucky I've got the opportunity of living rather close to SOG. They're in Linwood. I'm in Kirkland, Washington. So been by their shop before. Nice setup. Very technical people working there, and they definitely know what they're doing. Anyway, this SOG Seal Pup, as you can see, this one ships in a POP package, hang tag, for retail sale. SOG's website lists this at $98.50 retail. I don't know who would possibly ever sell this for that, but that's what they list on their website. This particular knife is made in Taiwan, just so you know that. This is the newer style Seal Pup that uses the AUS 8 steel. That's a heat-treated steel full tank construction, so much better than the previous generation's SOG Seal Pup. So let's talk about the features here. Obviously, you can tell this has a powder-coated finish to the blade. It is clip point. It's a hollow ground. It is partially serrated. The Rockwell Hardness is listed as RC 57-58, and that would be considered a medium hardness, so it's not soft and it's not super hard. You know, if you go too hard, then it gets the blade gets brittle. So the hardness depends upon what you need the blade for. So I'm not an expert with different blade materials. You should definitely do your own research on that, but in my opinion, I think the medium hardness is the better hardness to get, because it's not too brittle, but it's not too soft, and it holds an edge fairly well. So it's kind of a compromise. The length of this knife is 9 inches. The weight is listed as 5.4 ounces. The actual blade length is 4.75 inches. The blade thickness is listed at 0.19 of an inch. Like mentioned, this particular one ships with a nylon sheath. You can also get, I believe, a Kydex sheath as an option. Of course, that really raises the price of the knife if you go with a different sheath option. The handle is a glass reinforced nylon, a GRN, I think is what it's called, with a raised diamond pattern. It does have a lifetime warranty from SOG, so that's definitely a good warranty through them. The steel is, like I mentioned, the AUS 8. AUS 8, if you do some Google searches on that, you can find out more about the different steels. AUS 8 is listed as a high carbon, low chromium stainless, which is a very good compromise between toughness, strength, edge holding, and resistance to corrosion. So those are the specs on the particular knife. As you can see in this particular packaging, you know, you've got the picture of Gunny up there near the top left. Also, this plastic section right here is actually cut out so you can actually feel the texturing on the nylon handle. So if you were looking at this in the store and you wanted to kind of know what that felt like, the cutout's kind of nice because you can actually touch it. So let's take a look at the back of this packaging. Alright, moving on to the back of the packaging. There's not much on the back of this. You know, different miscellaneous wording, SOG, the part number, seal pup with nylon sheath, copyright information, SOG's phone number, their address, email, website, mentions lifetime warranty, and talks about seal pup. And you kind of get a, you know, you can kind of see what the nylon sheath looks like in the packaging here. So if you're, you know, picking this up in a store, you know, you get a good idea of what it looks like. Ideally, I like to be able to actually touch the item before buying it, but you can't really do that in this plastic type of packaging, but that's just how it's designed. So now that we've taken a look at the packaging, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and we'll actually take a look at the knife and the sheath and go from there. Alright, before moving on with the knife, I just wanted to mention I run into issues with this type of packaging. It can be very difficult to get something out, and this particular packaging, basically all I had to do was peel it like this, and this came right off, and there was a knife, and then this peeled right up, and there was a sheath. So this particular type of packaging was not very difficult to open up. A lot of these types of packaging, you have to go in and you got to cut these plastic, and it can be kind of frustrating. And of course, you got to be careful if you're cutting it, so you don't want to cut what's inside. But this actually opened up real easy, which is surprising. I don't know if that was by design, but it's definitely a refresher to have something that's easy to open for a change. Alright, here's the package contents. The knife, the sheath, and this pamphlet that says SOG, Specialty Knives and Tools, Living on the Edge. There's piece of paper right here that talks about SOG Specialty Knives, thank you for buying, sheath options, and care and feeding of your knife, lifetime warranty, more contact information. And the other color brochure is a just looks like a promotional deal for other knives, multi-tools, hatchets. Kind of get an idea. It folds out. Nicely done little brochure. Show some different tools and such. So that's the extent of the paperwork that's inside. On first opening this and getting my hands on it, this is a very nice feeling knife. It definitely is not a heavy tactical knife, that's for sure. See what the blade looks like. It's kind of a dark gray powder coated finish. It says SOG seal pup right there, and nothing really on the other side. Down kind of where my finger is, it says Taiwan, and the actual handle says SOG Specialty Knives on both sides. Got your lanyard hole down here. This texturing is pretty nice. I would think that you'd be able to definitely grip this in wet weather situations. If you're holding it like this, there's a place for your thumb, and of course you can get your thumb right up there. There's no what's the word for it? jimping right here. It's just a little indentation, so if you were needing to get your thumb up there for whatever reason, looks like that'll work. And then of course you can see the serrated edge. I'm not a real big fan of serrated blades, but they do have their purpose. What I really don't like when it comes to serrations is when the serrations take up practically all the blade, and I've actually seen this go way up here. In this particular case, the serrations are a small part of the blade down here at the bottom, so you still got a very good cutting edge. This knife out of the box is extremely sharp. I did the paper test with this, and it is yeah, it's got a very nice edge on it, and it is very sharp. So it is a good feeling knife. It feels very well balanced. You know, so there's on some knives where the blade or the tang may only go down to here, they end up being kind of front end heavy. But on this particular one, I can tell the tang goes all the way to the back, because there's definitely some weight back there. So it's definitely a good feeling knife. Not as big as I thought it would be, of course. Since this is the Seal Pup, this is the smaller version. There is the Seal Pup Elite, which is the model supposedly above this one. But specifications on the Seal Pup Elite are not that much larger than this one. The Seal Pup Elite is listed at 9.5 inches in length. This one in my hand is 9 inches in length, and the Seal Pup Elite blade length is 4.85. The one in my hand is 4.75. And I believe those are the only differences between the Elite and the Seal Pup. And I believe you can get the Seal Pup Elite with no serrations on it, which is kind of nice. So I'm not sure how well this powder coated finish on the blade is going to hold up over time. This particular knife is for my bug out bag, so it may not see extensive use out in the field, whereas some people who go camping and do a lot of field work, they definitely put these things to the test, so I won't be able to do much in that area at all. So the knife, very nice. The Ballistic Sheath, and the particular reason I went with this knife is because it came with a ballistic sheath that I can attach to the MOLLE webbing on my backpack. A lot of inexpensive knives don't ship with something this nice. They ship with like a leather sheath or something that's designed to go on your belt. Those don't really work out too well for attachment to MOLLE equipped packs or vests. And then you've got to buy a sheath, you know, pay extra for it, or get a Kydex and so on. So what we got here, obviously this is some sort of nylon material, and it's not flimsy nylon material like some sheaths I've seen. This is very stiff. It is flexible, but it is very stiff. And up here, obviously you could see that you could run this through your belt. Matter of fact, I believe it's wide enough to run through like a duty belt, or you know, if you have a battle belt, you could run through there. And on the back, you've got the MOLLE piece right here, and you've got some MOLLE strips, so you can attach this to MOLLE webbing quite easy. You've also got these attachment holes, so if you wanted to run some paracord through this and do some tie downs, you could definitely do that, so that's another nice option. This retention for the knife is nice. Why do I think it's nice? I think it's nice because not only is it a snap, it's Velcro, so you've got double retention right there. The knife itself slides in. And there's no, I don't get a click or anything like that. Let me take this off camera for just a second. Yeah, there is a plastic insert, which I figured there would be. There is a plastic insert for the knife. There is no positive click to know that it's locked in place. Some nylon sheaths have that option. I don't see that with this one. This just kind of slides in, moves around a little bit. It does fit tight, so when it's in the sheath, it's not going to fall out. So if you had this mounted upside down, I don't think it's going to fall out. There is some tension there. Although if I mounted it upside down, I'd make sure to use the snap. But the plastic insert gives some good retention to the knife. The stitching that holds this down right here in this area it appears to be double stitching, but it's not, doesn't have an X pattern to it. It's just double stitched right around here, and it doesn't appear that it's going to go anywhere. It's definitely heavy duty stitching. This top pocket right here has got some rivets, stitching on the sides. The stitching is good. The pocket has Velcro, and I believe this pocket could definitely hold a sharpening stone. I don't know if I could fit a multi-tool in there. I'll test a knife and a multi-tool in a second. I don't have them right in front of me, but I'll grab them and we'll see if they fit. SOG's website didn't list what this was made out of. It's obviously some sort of ballistic nylon. It is heavy duty, it is reinforced, the stitching is excellent on it. Everything I can see from this is high quality. The little SOG logo right there is stitched. It's not a sticker, it's not going to peel off. They've got good Velcro. Good sheath, especially for the money. Now let me grab a few things and we'll see what fits in this pocket. Okay, I've got a Gerber military issue multi-tool here, and we'll see if that fits in here. It's obviously not designed for the multi-tool, but as you can see, we can fit a multi-tool in here. Let's see if the knife still, yeah, the knife still fits. So if you wanted to use this little extra pocket right there for a multi-tool, you can definitely fit a multi-tool in there and get the knife in the sheath with no problems. There's a multi-tool. I have a Kershaw knife right here, and obviously the knife is no problems there. You can slide the clip on the outside of the sheath, and we still got plenty of Velcro to hold the flap down, or we can just slide it all the way in, and no problem with the knife either. And of course there won't be any problems getting the seal pup in. So there's just a couple of items that I fitted to this extra pocket, and most people probably would carry a sharpening stone or some sort of a sharpening tool in there. I'll probably do something like that as well. I'll probably carry a sharpening stone in there. The actual dimensions on the sheath were not listed anywhere, so let me grab a tape measure and I'll take some measurements of this sheath, give you an idea of what the actual measurements are. Alright, length of the sheath is 10 inches. width is about 2 3/4. That's the widest part up near the top. It's about 2 inches. The MOLLE strap is standard 1-inch MOLLE, and the thickness with the pouch is about roughly 1.5, give or take. Actually, it probably would be better to measure this with something bulky inside there, like the multi-tool. Now with the multi-tool in there, the thickness is about 2 inches. So in summation, the SOG Seal Pup with nylon ballistic sheath for $38 shipped, that is an excellent buy. I'm very happy with the value that I see here, the quality of the construction. I'm not disappointed in any way whatsoever, and it's going to meet my needs just fine. So if you're considering a sub $50 tactical knife or a camping knife, definitely give the SOG Seal Pup a chance. Do some research on it, and I think you'd be pleasantly surprised at how much of a value you get for your money. Well, I figured before I wrap this up, I'd give you an idea of what the Seal Pup and the nylon sheath looks like mounted to a pack. I had my 511 Moab 10 down with me here, so I installed it on the side of the pack. I did mount it upside down, and I mainly did that because I wanted to test the retention capability of the sheath without the strap or the snap being attached, and I could not get the knife to fall out of the sheath. I was jumping up and down, rolling around on the ground, and the retention is good. So I wouldn't recommend running it this way without the snap, but in some situations where maybe you forget to put the snap on, I don't think you're going to lose the knife. So the retention is good. Sheath looks good. It weaved through the MOLLE just fine, and I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary attaching it, and it looks good on the side of my pack. Hopefully this review helps you make a decision on whether or not to purchase a SOG knife for your bug out bag or for your hunting and camping needs.